Okay, welcome to Gateshead Stadium. We're going to do our simple Pilates session, nice and gentle. Sorry, I need the sunglasses on because I can't afford the wrinkles. And I hope you can see okay. So, obviously, there's been no preparation for this video apart from writing the session, so bear with me. Now, we're going to start with a little bit of roll-up work and some side bends. So, we will begin by getting the feet hip distance and parallel. Make sure that we're in neutral, so pubic bone and hip bones are level. Pull the shoulders back and down, palms to the front, and push the top of your head towards the sky. Breath in, chin on chest, and let the shoulders round like a rag dolly as we go over one vertebrae at a time. Have a little bit of a swing of your arms, a little bit of a nod and a shake of your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale as we stack up, squeezing the core, tucking under, stacking pelvis onto thighs, then one vertebrae at a time after that. Pull the shoulders back and down again, and we're going to go again. Take a breath, chin to chest, tummy in, down we go, nice and slowly. When we get there, have another little bit of a shake about, and I'm also going to grab my band. So again, nod and shake the head, take a breath in. As we exhale, we stack up, and forgive me, my instruction book has gone wayward. So we're going to start doing a little bit of opening out of shoulders, chest, all of that sort of thing. So let's start with the band about shoulder distance apart, grip wise. Take it up, keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and we're going to bend over to one side, keeping the waist long, back to center, bend over to the other. Again, waist stays long. Bring that down in front, take a breath in. Hips stay facing dead ahead as you twist the upper body. And back to center, and again to the other side. Breath in and back to center. Now obviously you can change repetitions on any of these, just stick me on pause if necessary. Otherwise we're going to take that band, probably needed a bit further apart. We're going to take it over our heads but keeping our shoulders down, right back behind us, keeping the hands at about shoulder height, and let that open out the chest. If you need to change the resistance, please do, and open out a little bit more. Another breath there, open out a bit more. Then I'm going to bring it over the top again, keeping my shoulders down. And again, if you'd like to do more of those, please feel free. Next, we're going to roll down, get a little bit of hip flexor opening going on. So now I'm going to come to the back of the mat, get the feet into the right position, make sure I'm in neutral. The police are here. I don't think it's for me. Take a breath, chin to chest again, and then let's just roll down again, one vertebrae at a time. We'll come forwards into our down dog position. From here, push those heels down, turn the tailbone up, press your chest towards your knees, really press into the mat and let your head hang. Now, if you're feeling it, we'll get a bit of hip mobility going on. So I lift that right leg up, trying to keep my hips level, and then just some little circles in each direction. Anywhere between about 2 and 6 circles in each direction. Same on the other side. Remember to push the other heel down. So I'm going with a couple of circles there and a couple of circles there. Then I'm going to come down. The next thing we need to do is get into that position. We may well find that the foot won't come forwards like that. If it doesn't, pick it up and put it there. Now, we've got a couple of choices here. We can either leave the back knee down, come into this position and tuck under with the tailbone, get that right hip opened up. If you want to work a bit harder, you might need a chair or something like that for balance, but we can tuck the back toes under, press that back heel away. Now, arms out in front, we're going to do some chest opening. Remember to tuck under here, remember to press that heel away if the knee's off the floor. Breath in, exhale as the right arm reaches around, reach for either side of the room, breath in, and exhale as it comes back. Same on the other side. Really reach, keep the shoulders down. Now let's move into the shoulders. Over the top, keep the shoulder down away from the ear, right to the other side. Same again. Don't let your shoulders creep forwards when you're doing this. Keep the collarbones nice and long. Lovely. Hands down, we'll push that foot out. If you want a little moment in down dog there after that, please feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to bring my right foot forwards there. And again, you can pop the knee down if you want to. Otherwise, let's tuck the toes under and push the heel away. Using a balance aid if necessary, same again. Tuck under, open out the hip, breath in, and take that around, reach, open the chest, and back. On the other side, breath in, and back. Make sure this knee doesn't go past the midfoot, shoulders, over, breath in, lovely. Okay, hands down. You might want to take a moment after that. The hip flexors probably feel a little bit juicy, a little bit worked. So if you need to just take a moment in child's pose or anything like that, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to come up through down dog again. And now that we've opened out the hips a little bit, I'll just relax, exhale as I stack my body up one vertebrae at a time. And we're just going to check out the balance now. It might be an idea to have a chair here or something like that that you can hold on to. But what I want to do is plant my left foot on the floor, touch a flexion in that leg. I'm pressing my right heel away. If I'm not using the chair, I'm just letting the hands come down towards the floor like that. I want a nice flat back, nice straight leg, heel pressed away. And up again. Remember to move like there's a splint right down the leg, right up the body. We don't want to sort of push the leg out and flop it around and then think about this later. We're moving together. Breath in. Nice straight line. I'm lengthening. I'm pulling my shoulders back away from my ears. I'm pushing the heel away behind me. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. You'll find it easier to balance on one side than the other. And back again. So we're just going to alternate sides there a couple of times. Once you've had a go of that, and again, feel free to pause me. I want to do an extra little stretch here, so I'm going to push that left knee towards my left foot facing straight ahead, my right foot also facing ahead. I'm going to put my left elbow onto my left knee and just reach over there. Open out, try not to be bent over like this. Pull that arm right back. Again, don't let the shoulder bunch up. Let your head relax if you want to, and reach that arm away and back. I'm going to hold that for a couple of breaths. We get a nice stretch down here. Nice stretch into the inner thigh as well. We will do exactly the same on the other side. If you need to turn your toes out a bit or whatever to keep protected, please do. But again, no knees past toes. Reaching over all the way. Nice stretch down there. Again, take a few breaths and relax your head and neck if you need to. Now, next, we're going to work into the back of your legs a little bit. So again, I like to come down in a Pilates manner. Arms down by your sides, pull the shoulders back. Imagine that piece of string is lifting you up towards the ceiling from the top of your head. Breath in, chin on chest again. Again, we're ragdollying down. And I'm coming out onto all fours. Now from here, we want to be wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to press down on those 4 points of contact on the mat. Nice flat back, shoulders away from my ears. Remember, a certain special somebody is under here looking at you, and you've got your swimwear on, so suck it all in. Tummy is engaged, ribs are knitted up and together. shoulders are back, body staying still. I'm going to take a breath in from here. As I exhale, I'm pressing that heel away. Careful of dipping in the back. Push that heel away, keep the tummy pulled in. And we're going to do circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can go slower here. I'm just taking you through this. 10, 9, 8, other direction obviously. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to do pulses. Again, the legs dead straight, back of the knees opened up. Holding the tummy in. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last thing here. I'm rotating the leg out to the side, keeping the toes facing down, keeping the foot flexed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center and in again. So that should be pretty heavy here, pretty heavy here. Let's do the other side. So once again, get those 4 points of contact, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back. This is my t-shirt, not my tummy flopping around. This is nice and engaged. Ribs are knitted up and together. Breath in. Exhale. Left leg presses away. Keep the tummy engaged and we're going to circle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you find that this is getting quite easy and you want to get a bit more difficult, push the arm out, keep the shoulder back, and do the same thing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Always lengthening. Pulses. 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out to the side. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Replace. Take a moment there in child's pose, just stretching the back off. And then we're going to come into a little something called dart. It's going to help these muscles here straighten out the back a little bit. So for dart, dead simple. Forehead to the mat. We want big double chin going on the whole time. This is not a high lift. If you lift the upper body too high, you'll feel it in your lower back. I just want it mid-back here. So arms down by my side. I pull my tummy in. I press my hip bones and my pubic bone into the mat. I take a breath. As I exhale, I'm just going to slide those shoulder blades down towards my pelvis. Arms are up off the floor and I'm looking down. Inhale as I come back down. If you can, I want you to imagine that you're cut off from the waist down. No twitching bottoms. Breath in. It's a small move. Really active there. So I'd like to do about 10 of those. It's very, very hot, so I'm not going to do all of this. And I have a class to teach afterwards. It's exhausting my life. Now, next we're going to do a little bit of something to open out the back, but first I'd like to do a nice stretch to stretch out the back after that dart work and after the all fours work. So I'm going to take the knees wide, reach away onto my fingertips. I'm gently pressing down through my armpits. I'm having a little walk to the left. I like to call this the piano. I'm trying to get my belly button over my left thigh. Sit back as far as you can. I know we might not be all the way there straight away. I've got that nice stretch down the right side of the body where that big backbone comes up and meets my arm bone. Big back muscle, not bone. And then you might feel that all the way down to the lower back stretching as well. We'll do at least, sorry, that was a beastie, at least 30 seconds on each side. And when you've done that, just breathing into it, we will come back to center and up again. Now, the roller. We're going to do some bits to open out the back. Again, I'm just going to demonstrate. You can pause me and do your thing. So I'm going to start opening out the spine this way round. thumbs to the ceiling, shoulder blades down my back. I've got my hands hanging over the roller, and I'm just gonna lift just to where feels right for me. This should never happen. The shoulders stay down and back down again. So just shoulders stay down, get a bit of a shake on if you can. Just come up to wherever feels right for you. It might be here, might be here, might be a little bit higher. Just whatever works for you. And then another little exercise to open out your back a touch. If again I go mid-back kind of area, I can lengthen my legs out for this. I'm just going to bend mine simply because I'm on the mucky track. So I'm just supporting my neck as I take myself back over the roller. I've just adjusted my position slightly, and as I come back I exhale, knit the ribs down and together, so we're working into the tummy a little bit as well. So right over, keep shoulders down, keep elbows wide, back up nice and engaged in the tummy. So we'll do a few of those, and then if you want to do some more child's pose after that, feel free. It will feel nice after that. But the next thing we're going to do is some side leg lifts. Hopefully you'll be familiar with this because we are going to do a session on it, but we're going to come into that nice stretch as well. So the lower leg just in front of the upper. I'm on my forearm, my shoulder is above my elbow. I'm just going to put my hand on my hip. I'm going to lift that upper leg, get it in line with my body, hips stacked, lifting from the lower waist. I'm going to pulse up 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg floats forwards, don't tuck under. Point the toes, take it right back as far as you can. Open out the hip here. Flex the foot, bring it back to center. Little drill, so 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards, point, sweep it back, flex, center. Then we'll go 3, 2, 1, so on, so on. On the last one, we point, we take it all the way back, opening out the hip. My hand goes behind my head. I'm going to reach that elbow away and behind me. I can feel this stretch coming right down here, right into there. I'm wringing myself out, reaching away using opposing force. And again, I'll hold that for 20 or 30 seconds. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, after this, we'll come into some lovely stretches. The little car crash, which means we'll start, gosh, that sun's bright. We'll start lying on our backs, feet and knees together. Take the arms out to the side. If they're not touching on the floor, feel free to bend them a little bit or bring them a little bit lower. Otherwise, knees go to the left as I look to the right, keeping my right shoulder blade magnetized to the mat. Then I'm going to extend my right leg and feel that stretching out where I was just working there. So I can hold that for as long as I like. I can open out the lower back a bit more by lifting and bending the knee, grabbing it with that left hand, pulling it over to the left, keeping my right shoulder blade down as I reach away to the right. That's creating a nice bit of space here. That, again, I can hold for 20 or 30 seconds. Then I'll do the same on the other side. From here, again, we're going to work into a nice little chest and shoulder stretch as well. So we'll use the roller, lower leg nice and straight, upper knee right on there. I'm going to have a lie down. If you've got a block here, that would be a good thing because I don't want you all bunched up, but I'm going to take this hand, my lower hand, to the upper knee. Upper hand starts out in front. I take a breath and exhale as watching that hand and resting my head on the block. I go all the way over in line with the shoulder. Inhale as I come back again. We can do a few of those, 3, 4, 5, whatever you're feeling. Then we'll start with the hand here on the knee. We'll roll it on the diagonal over the top. That will be much tighter. Having a weight in your hand can help here, but keep the hips stacked and the knee down and back over. We can do a few of those as well, 3, 4, 5, whatever you're feeling. Then we open out the shoulder a little bit. So the hand is here, the upper hand. Again, keeping the knee down, I'm going to draw a circle, watching my hand the whole way. I'm trying to keep touching the floor all the way round. You will probably find you need to unkink around here and bring it back again. So some lovely shoulder rotations there as well. Do what you've got time for. If you're enjoying it, you want to do 10, do 10. If you've only got time for a couple, make them count. Breathe into it. Really work at it. Next, little touch of tummy work. Nothing over the top, you understand. I want to start with some single leg stretches. I like it because it stretches into bums and hips a little bit as well. It's old school Pilates. So we'll be coming up into tabletop, one leg at a time. You know why. Head and shoulders off the floor. I'm going to press that leg away, lengthen, pull that knee in, breath in. Stomach is engaged. Pushing that air out. There are other schools of thought on the breathing, but all I want to do is breathe in as you hold. As you exhale, push the air out, pulling that tummy in. Anywhere between about 10 and 20 of those. If you're breathing properly, it should be nice and painful. I'd next like to come into some nice knee rolls from there to loosen off the back work into the tummy. So feet together, knees together, arms out to the sides, palms to ceiling. Inhale, knees drop left as we look right. Exhale as they come back to center. Inhale down on the other side. Exhale back to center. If you want to work a bit harder there, we'll come up into tabletop, turn the palms to the floor, keeping shoulder blades down and stay looking up. Inhale, knees drop to the left. Exhale back to center. I'd like you to squeeze a block between your knees if you're doing that one. Inhale down, squeeze that block, pull the tummy and the deep inner core in and come back to center. So 2 little exercises there, one of which you've got a couple of options with, but those knee rolls can really help loosen off lower back as well. They're a lovely thing to do. Next, we're going to do a little bit of crisscross, and I'm nearly on to the nicer bits. So for this one, we're up in tabletop again, one leg at a time. Head and shoulders are off the floor, hands clasped behind my head, elbows wide, back down. I take a breath. As I exhale, I press the right leg away at about 45 degrees. I push the air out and I twist to the left, keeping that knee over my hip. Breathe in and through. Breathe in, through. When done properly, again, that one should absolutely kill. Always bring your knees in one at a time, down one at a time. About 10 of those if you can manage it. I know they're quite disgusting. Next, oh hello, we are going to do a couple of shoulder bridges to get that back moving fluidly. So remember, our shoulder bridge, heels are below knees. We're starting in neutral, so pubic bone and hip bones are level. Heels, knees, hips and shoulders aligned. I'm reaching down towards my heels, shoulders away from my ears, tucking my chin in just that little bit so that my neck's not cricked. Remember, no bum here, so take a breath in for the rib cage. As we exhale, it's stomach first, pushing, and pelvic floor. That lower back down into the mat, pubic bone to navel. Don't let your bum take over. Your legs then start to lift you up one vertebrae at a time. If you go too high, this will switch on. If it's just right, it won't. Give it a prod, check. Take a breath into the rib cage when you get there. As you exhale, knit them down together. And again, this is tummy. We're trying to feel one vertebrae at a time, all the way back through to neutral spine. So quickly, it's right through again. If your feet are too far away, you'll feel it all here. If you have your heels underneath your knees, you should have equal weight across the feet, equal work across the fronts and the backs of the thighs. Try a little moment in happy baby after that if you want to. Holding here and here is also fine, just for fun. Now, let's get the roller out. Very quickly, again, I'm going to take you through these different areas. Okay, and then you can do this on your own. You know, it upsets me to watch you do this, so this is for you to do at home. Quadriceps first, fronts of the thighs. We come down to here, we're going to come backwards and forwards. Have a little look round, have a little twist about. See what you can find. When you find a little nasty, let's have a little bit of flexion and extension. But what I'd just like you to do is stay on the adhesions, the naughty bits, the nasty bits, as long as you can, and try and get some space in there so the blood, the oxygen can get back in. So quadriceps, do those. Hips, remember, just under the hip bone here. Flex that hip in so you can feel it. Put your fingers on it, lower down. If you can get the weight off there, please do. But again, have a little look round, you know when you found them. And then give it hell there. Right, so hips, obviously you'll do both sides. With your hamstrings, we'll have a look at those briefly, the backs of the thighs. It's not as effective as I would like a roller, but I'll show you another way to do this another time once we've got a high chair. Otherwise, just bum off the floor, again having a look round. If you want to put more pressure on, you can put one leg on top of the other and do it that way. Now, I showed you how to use the ball on your glutes. You've got a prickly ball, so that's a good one for you. And I suppose I better give you the nice one as well for your shoulders. So start at mid-back, hands clasped behind your head, lift your bum up and just press your upper back. Do not roll your lower back. Keep your elbows wide and enjoy that one. Then we can come down to here, back of the neck against the roller, and just look from side to side, pressing your neck into that. Okay, so that is those. Like I said, just keep pausing me during those ones and do your own thing. Next, and we're going to have a lie down. Going to put that under the foot, and we're just going to pull that in there. Push the other one away, drop the head of that big thigh bone down into your pelvis to get that extra. I'd rather you were out here with a straight leg than in here with a bent knee. And just take a good 10 breaths or so into that. If you want, you can press it away after about 20-30 seconds, 3 or 4 times, and see that it comes in a little bit closer every time. And then after we've done that one, take the band a bit higher, take the other arm out to the side, keep the opposite hip down, and we'll come into inner thigh there. Put a bit of heat in if you want to, but just take that to wherever you can bear. Bare minimum of 30 seconds, please, before you come back and do the other leg. Okay, glutes, bums. This is where we put, let's do it this way so you can see better, the left cankle over the right knee. Lift the leg up, grab hold of that right leg there, left hand through the legs there. So that's fine. You might want to rest your head on a block, or if you can with your left hand, you can press that left knee away and work into the left butt cheek. Again, 30 seconds each way. If you prefer, just pull that in like that. Do whatever feels good. Next, we're going to come into our cobra to stretch the tummy. So we're here up to there, or a little higher if you can, but we want flexion in those elbows. We want shoulders down away from ears, and we're pushing the sternum up and towards the wall in front. We do not look up. We don't need that hyperextension. And then we'll come gently back down. We'll have a last moment in full child's pose, knees together, arms down by our sides, just breathing into that, relaxing, just concentrating on the breath. Then we're going to do hip flexors again. I'm not going textbook, I'm going quite long stance. Tuck the tailbone under. We're not lifting the knee up this time at this stage. Now, if I'm opening out my right hip, I'm going to take my right hand behind my back, grab the wrist with my left, nice straight back, left ear to left shoulder, pull the right wrist down and to the left. Get that lovely stretch into here and round here. Again, 30 seconds or so, then change sides in your own time. Lastly, I'm tucking under, I'm coming back up through down dog, little bit of a shake about, I'm stacking up again, and remember on the wall, pop the forearm against it, turn your body outwards so that you can feel a stretch into do quadriceps standing up, which is there. Knees are together, heel comes to the center of the butt cheek. If it's too much to do it standing up, again, a good 30 seconds each side. You can do this lying down. It's not my favorite way, it doesn't work for me, but it does for most people. So I'd still have my knees together. I'd be pushing my knee, my upper knee, away from me and working into the front of the thigh that way. Anyway, I hope that works. Have a lovely time.